Welcome to Wealth Coffee Chats, folks, for your daily live updates. Get the most out of today's episode by participating in the chat. Make sure you ask some questions, be part of the conversation, have a bit of fun, grab a coffee or a tea, take some notes, and get ready to start your day, folks. Quick few housekeeping rules, though. No spamming, no advertising or self-promotion in the chat. That's not on. Be kind and respectful to everyone when participating. And most of all, have a good time. Real estate investing can be your biggest asset. It also can be your most expensive asset when it comes to getting it right or getting it wrong, folks. It can be time-consuming, stressful, and that's why here at Positive, we have what's called a 6-star team, a full-service team that provides integrated wealth and property investing solutions and services simply designed to help you progress towards your goal of passive income through your property portfolio, folks. Make sure you check out our other podcasts on the Positive Mentor Network. Not only is there Wealth Coffee Chats, there's the Urban Property Investor. Drops every Wednesday with straight talking investing strategies and lessons with Sam Saggers. Property Investor Tales. This is where our clients, you guys, share real life stories from property investing, hosted by some of our advisors and strategists. And that's done every fortnight, dropping every Monday. Wealth, Wine and Wisdom, folks, that debriefs the week that was in the world of finance and property, hosted by yours truly, Jason Witten and Andy Fenton on Fridays. Welcome to another Wealth Coffee Chats. Marvellous Monday. Hope you're well, folks, wherever you are. If you think it's Get Rich Quick, you're in the wrong place. This is the wrong podcast. This is the wrong live for you. Welcome to another Wealth Coffee Chat. Hope you're all awesome and well. Hey, good morning, everyone. Welcome to Wealth Coffee Chats. Tuesday, 5th of November. Good to see you up and at it. A few of the early birds there, a few of the regulars. Oh, they're not so regulars these days, but awesome to have you back in the morning, Alison. Great to see you. Hope you're well, mate. Hope you're doing awesome. Chris is in the house as well. Good morning, Chris. As always, mate, thanks for joining. Good to have you here. While we get things warmed up, folks, while the live stream's out there and things are getting organised. Quick intros. Jason Witten's my name. Most of you know that, though. And if you didn't, well, now you do. There you go. Good to have you on this morning with our morning Wealth Coffee Chat. Hey, what's this all about? If you're new, well, we've been doing these Wealth Coffee Chats helping property investors stay on track, keep themselves informed, and understand what is happening out there in the world of property investing. Listen, a lot of people listen to average sources of information, and that's what Wealth Coffee Chats is here to counteract. Take good information from decent sources with some good experience about what they're doing. Property investing. I've been property investing over 25 years, have purchased and owned over 100 properties myself, and helped Aussies buy thousands and thousands of property deals. So along the way, learnt one or two things, lost some, made some, and get a chance to share a bit of that wisdom each morning with you guys. There you go. Bunty, morning. Awesome, Alison. Well, don't get busted. There you go. No, mate, good to have you here. Wherever you are, folks, in the world, fantastic. Fantastic to have you on this morning. Hey, the race that stops the nation, that's on today, isn't it? Melbourne Cup. I thought we might do a little bit of a nod, a bit of a Wealth Coffee Chat, an ode to the world of the Melbourne Cup, the big race that stops the nation, the big gamble for today, and talk about the differences, a little bit of inspiration here from Andy Fenton, the differences between investing, trading, and gambling, and understand how they might work in the world of property investing, and what they're good for or what they're not good for when it comes to this stuff. Because, my thoughts and opinions in this sort of space, folks, is that many investors say many people say they're investors. To be honest, I think they're at best a gambler. I call him a good time Charlie, only here for a short time and a quick fix. But let's get into it today. Let's have a bit of a conversation about this stuff. Anyway, what's the difference? The difference between investing versus trading versus gambling in the world of property investing. Well, let's have a look at this one. Right, there's three pieces to this, I reckon. We need to sort of cut to the chase and analyze the difference between investing, trading, and gambling. The strategy, the idea, the reason why are we doing what we're doing here, the time frame we can expect out of things, and what does it require? What does it require when we go along? All right, so the strategy, investing. Put it in the chat for me, folks. Strategy or reason, for investing. So investors, how do they approach things? Well, when it comes to strategy, there's things like when, and I'll talk about from a property investing point of view, we create a strategy, a standard strategy that's very powerful for a lot of people. 3 to 5 investment properties. All right, 3 to 5 investment properties across 3 markets in Australia. Call it 3 states. Okay, we want to have $3+ million worth of real estate. We want to own it for a period of time. We'll talk about that in a minute. We want it to be positive cash flow after tax, because we want the properties to produce an income. We want them to be tax effective, so give us some tax deductions, and we want the capital growth to grow over time. We're aiming at a 7% compounding growth over a 15-year period. Okay, that's what we're aiming at. So that's our strategy. That's the strategy when it comes to property investing. Now, there's versions of this wherever you are. There might be less properties for some people. There might be more properties for some people. And at the end of the day, if you want to dive into it a little bit more, I like the idea of having at least, a mixture of the 3 types for 3 locations. In the world of property investing, there's houses, there's apartments, and there's townhouses. Away you go. Hey, morning, Sonia. Good to see you, mate. Morning, Jeff. Great to have you here. Also, a few of the regulars, which is great. So that's the strategy. That's the strategy, right? So 3 to 5 investment properties within your budget range. 3 different states across Australia, 3 different locations. Why do we do that? For tax purposes, et cetera, et cetera. Those sorts of things, right? So trading. All right. This is the idea of buying and selling. So trading still for some people is something that, is pretty useful and very effective if you're good at it, right? So this is the thing. So the strategy, trading, you buy for a certain price and sell for a higher price. Okay, that's trading strategy 101. Buy it. You might, in the world of real estate, so add value. Okay, and add value can be adding value can be added via either money, so you chuck something at it, time, right? So you can wait, okay, and I like trading sometimes off the plan. So so you buy something, no more to pay, you let it ride, it grows in value, and you can sell it, or zoning or use, it's a house and you turn it into a few apartments or something like that. Adding value, buying and selling. Buy for one price, sell for another price, make a profit, okay? And this is driven by a profit in a period of time. Investing is driven by the idea of wealth, okay? Investing is driven by wealth and income. Okay, that's really what happens. Let's be honest. Wealth and income as we go on. Gambling. Well, that's what everyone's going to do today. We're going to have a punt, aren't we? And it's really just about hoping for an outcome. Right. Now, there might be some professional gamblers out there, and I mean, even that's an oxymoron, isn't it? Professional gambler, but maybe not. Maybe those people in Las Vegas and horse betting know what they're talking about. I did meet a guy once. This was interesting. I met a guy at a business networking thing that he was. He managed about $50 million worth of funds that him and his team gambled. It was on horses all over the world for a syndicate. Yeah, there you go. They made quite a lot of money. They made quite a lot of money. There you go. As you go. That's not bad, actually, Alison. I like that. I like that a lot. Invest with property, trade with shares, gamble with crypto. There you go. All right. That's not bad at all. Yep. I'll take that. That's a cracker. Right. Hoping for an outcome. That's it. Gambling is hope for outcome. And depends on who you talk to. It's a bit of fun, whatever. Gambling can be a problem for a lot of people, but there you go. All right. Well, let's have a look at the time frame. The time frame. Investing. Well, we can reverse engineer this. Gambling, is instant. Instant. All right. We're gambling right now. I put it on black, or I put it on, the horse today, and it's, I don't know, 3 minutes. How long does it take to run the race today? 3 minutes or something like that. Instant. Okay. An instant outcome, time frame, et cetera, et cetera. Now, trading, when it comes to the world of real estate, trading is a little bit slower. If like Alison, you're buying and selling in the share market, that might happen a bit faster. So what's the time frame? What's the time frame when it comes to trading, folks? Put it in the chat. Play along at home. What sort of time frame in trading? Now, I reckon trading for me can be very effective in a sort of 6 to 36 month time frame. Okay. 6 to 36 months, and we talk about adding value. Sometimes it's renovation and other bits and pieces, but buying and selling. Now, one of the things you got to work out, one of the things you got to understand when it comes to trading is there's some other costs, some in and out costs, right? Okay. What are the in and out costs? In and out costs are stamp duty. In and out costs are agents' fees. In and out costs are capital gains tax. In and out costs are the cost of, let's say, the interest while you're holding the property, and the lending facility. Sometimes you might have to pay an early payout clause or a penalty clause or something like that when it comes to this. And investing, the time frame, folks. True long-term investors who create significant wealth, basically buy assets and keep them for friggin' ever. It was an interesting one. I had an experience when I went to the UK many years ago. My sister was getting married, and I went over to England, and I went to this local pub. Amazing pub. Just so old. It was 400 years old. 400 years old. That was just that building alone. And the local family had owned and run that pub for over 200 years. There you go. No? Interesting, right? So there you go, right? Buy well, don't sell unless that's your strategy, all right? Hey, there you go. There you go. Interesting, all right? Unless Andy Fenton says so, unless that's your strategy. Anyway, so buy well, don't sell. Wealth is created over time, compounding, return on return on return. And the thing is, especially with your wealth, buying and selling, capital gains tax can be absolutely hefty, right? So, a minimum of 10 to 15 years time frame, all right, in this space, minimum of 10 to 15 years when it comes to the world of investing, proper wealth. If you want your wealth to go from 3 million to 6 million or $8 million worth of wealth, then it takes some time. You might have some more action. You might have a bit more fun with business or trading or something like that. But I tell you, the old slow and steady wins the race a lot in this sort of stuff. Anyway, let's reverse engineer this. What does it require? Investing requires some knowledge. requires a team of people, especially when it comes to property, the right team. It requires you to make decisions, have good decisions, have some discipline when it comes to, the world of budgets and saving and focus and those sorts of things. It requires that sort of stuff. Absolutely. Right. No different, I think, with trading, right? You certainly need some knowledge. You certainly need the right team, and you need to make some good decisions. And gambling, well, what does gambling need, or what is it usually just related to a bit of luck? Okay, there you go. So what does it all mean? Really, at the end of the day, a long way about going, about saying, for all of us who are hoping to create some decent wealth in the future, this is not the place to be doing it, right? And when does investing become gambling, or what I call the good time Charlies when it comes to this stuff, right? So there's a lot of people who start out as investors, and they end up, as far as I'm concerned, being a gambler and losing money, right? They lose money because in the beginning, they didn't have a strategy. So they said they were an investor. Oh, I bought an investment property. Well, why did you do that? Well, I heard on the news that, properties were booming. Now, folks, when you hear on the damn news that properties are booming, how many years behind is the marketplace in that sort of stuff? Right now, politicians are talking about, we've got a supply issue. Yeah, I was talking about the supply issue in 2020. It's 2024 now. And if you go back and have a look at any of my Wealth Coffee chats, I was talking about the greatest supply disaster Australia's ever seen 4 or 5 years ago. Matter of fact, it started in 2017, folks. I've said that a heap of times. Anyway, a bunch of good time Charlies out there think they're investors, but they're really gamblers. And what happens? Well, they give up. They don't have a strategy. They buy something and 3 years in, they go, oh, it's not working. It's not working. Well, no, you're not working. Maybe the property that you purchased was a piece of rubbish to begin with. You probably shouldn't have bought that. Maybe you should have got the right team and got some knowledge before you bought a piece of junk. Anyway, is that harsh? Sometimes you have to be, you have to just give it to people straight, right? At the end of the day, there's plenty of knowledge out there, and investing a small amount of money in education and a team can get you massive dividends and returns. That's for sure. Anyway, there you go. All right, folks, that's it. Wealth Coffee Chat's done and dusted. I hope on the call today, those who are here are all about the world of investing and maybe trading at some point if you want to in the future, but certainly avoid the idea of gambling, hoping for something, looking for the quick fix, get rich quick. It doesn't happen in property investing. Property is not geared for that type of thing. Anyway, there you go, folks. Wealth Coffee Chat done and dusted for today. A bit of a nod to the race that stops the nation. There you go. Anyway, if you do put a punt on today, good luck. Hope you win. All right, folks, that's it from me. Wealth Coffee Chat's done and dusted. What's on tomorrow? It is property management. Cass and the team will jump on for property management tomorrow. So make sure you join the crew for that. Until then, folks, that's it from me. Take care. Be good. And, bye for now. Episode of Wealth Coffee Chat, folks. Make sure you like, subscribe, and turn on your notifications so you never miss a thing when we go live. Improve your portfolio and investing game, folks, with Wealth Coffee Chats live every morning at 8:10 each weekday. Make sure you join us.